Metro really was my second home. I used to wake up back at the old location. I would wake up for school at 5:30 in the morning, get on the subway, take a bus to school, but I loved it. It was just so worth it.
I'm Glenn Herbert, and I'm an editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private schools to gain insights into their programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administrators. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
I mostly, like most out of everything incredible that the school has to offer, appreciated the student-teacher relationships that were created through my time there. The teachers didn't just care about how well you're doing in your classes; they actually cared about how you are as a person. And if you were having a bad day, they'd check in on you. And I feel like that also really helped get the best out of students because we weren't just treated like another number. We were actually treated like human beings, and the teachers were just like people that you could go to, if you were having a hard time or if you needed like an extension on an assignment. And the focus on education really was incredible, and it really made me want to reach for the stars with whatever I do because I knew that there were people behind me that supported me. I really appreciated the bonds that were created and the memories that I've created because I was able to take on so many leadership opportunities at the school. For example, a lot of the sports tournaments that I ran, I would help my gym teacher. I would go. He would trust me with all the money pretty much that the sports tournament brought in, and it just helped me learn how to be a better leader in my life that I live now outside of the school. And the events were just so incredible that they planned. Halloween was always so much fun, and they had these spirit weeks that were just incredible, and I feel like that is just unforgettable. So I feel like I'm kind of hitting the nail over the head here, but really the teachers, you will not find a better set of teachers, a better set of staff members at any school. I now I'm in university, I speak to all my friends. They do not have the same type of relationship with their teachers that I had. I can still, call up one of my teachers and be like, hey, I need, a reference for this that I'm applying for. They would write it in a heartbeat for me, and I don't think you can find that anywhere. And also the level of diversity at Metro Prep was incredible. You had students from so many different backgrounds, and that was just extremely eye-opening coming from such a small community beforehand. Wayne, the principal, just had this love and passion for education, and I think that's kind of what helped the teachers. And of course, they had office hours if you wanted to come, and a lot of them were more than welcome to stay even on nights that weren't their office hours. I think school ended at 3:35, and they'd all stay till 4 at least, and then their office hour nights they'd stay till 6. But they were just always there for you and so inspiring. And I'd say that they're just very unique and welcoming and vibrant, and just I feel like it'd be a very warm, sweet person that you just would want to get to know and spend more time with. So for me, that was a very first impression, just a very welcoming environment, and that never changed, throughout my time there. Everybody was so welcoming. Didn't matter if you started in grade 12 or if you've been there since grade 7. It's just everybody wanted to get to know each other, and it really just was a very familial environment. And I think that that's just something that's so unique about Metro Prep compared to other schools. I just think that everybody was really sweet and nice. There weren't any cliques or groups, just because the school was very a close knit community of students. You'd have the academics that are just super smart and incredible, but they'd also be the ones on the varsity sports teams. So it just everybody was kind of part of the same groups, and that was just really nice to see. And I think it was in September or October, they'd have a spirit week where they would have events and team bonding activities. I remember there was one where you would have to stand behind a line and throw pennies into a jar, and that one was always so much fun. They had that. They had tug of war. Dodgeball was a massive cultural thing at the school. Everybody played dodgeball. And it was just like a great way to get to know people that aren't even in your grade that, could end up helping you later on down the line with your classes. We were all friends. It didn't matter what grade you were. And there were some points where I didn't even know what grade a student was in. I just knew that they were my friend and like a nice person to hang out with. And especially with the house teams, it just helped because it didn't matter what grade you were in. Like you're in the same house. Like those are that's your group. And then I was a peer tutor, so I tutored lots of kids. So that was just also a good way to get to know people in different grades. What seemed important to me was hard work, community, academics. What else was pretty important? Like just like a very positive environment. Like they would never try and put you down any sort of way. It was always more about building each other up to make us the best versions of ourselves. And I really feel like Metro did a good job of that. I'm a biology student. Like that is, what I do right now. And I remember studying so hard for one of the tests in my biology class. Like I made cue cards. I would test myself every day. Studied, I think, for that test for like 3 weeks. And I ended up getting 100 on it, including the bonus. And I was just so proud of myself. And the biology teacher, Mike, he was just like very proud. And that was just like an incredible moment. And then another unforgettable moment was grad. Even though it was online, they just put together a really nice video for us. And I think that was a great thing to do because a lot of people didn't get that. I remember ever since I was in grade 8, I wanted to win the Governor General's academic medal. And I said to myself at my grade 8 graduation at Metro, when I'm in grade 12, I'm going to win this medal. And that has been a goal of mine throughout all of high school. And I didn't think I was going to win it. But as I was watching the video, Deb, the vice principal, she goes, and the person who's receiving this medal is Danielle Perlon. My face just like, my jaw dropped, my entire family, like nobody thought I was going to win. My entire family was just like, wow, oh my goodness. And just that like felt so rewarding and just so incredible. And I'll never forget that. Something that someone might find surprising is how like collaborative everyone is, because usually when a school is so focused on academics, everyone's extremely competitive, but that was never like the environment at Metro Prep. Of course you wanted to do well, but like it was never I'm gonna put someone else down so that I do better than them. It was, hey, you want to do well, I want to do well, let's study together in the library on our break. And I think that that's just very surprising because at a lot of schools, yes, there is a focus on academics, but it's also a focus on let me be better than you, which Metro Prep just did not have. It was always just like very friendly and let's work together to be the best versions of ourselves. I think so. Yeah. I had a great high school experience with, incredible support from my staff members. And it was just like, I think that it really has shaped me like as a leader, as an independent person. Now I'm in a sorority and I actually have a leadership position in that sorority that I don't think I could have taken on without, having the experience being at those sports tournaments that I went to. And I don't think that I would have instilled in myself the like what's the word for it perseverance. Like I don't think I would have persevered through being online this whole university year during COVID if it wasn't for the amount of hard work and perseverance that I had in high school that the teachers instilled in me. So I do think that they've shaped who I am today, and I'm actually glad that they have because I like who I am. I mean, like, I wish I could have, gotten out of my stage fright and joined music club because I play the piano, I play the guitar, I sing. Or this one's a little hard to do, but maybe make the location closer to my house. But just because it's a little far from me, but the commute was worth it, like 100%. But like, if it wasn't for that, I think I would definitely try and join music club, try and join more clubs for sure, because the clubs were pretty awesome. So like not much has changed because it's only been a year for me. But one thing that I've really appreciated is how hard the classes were in high school, especially chemistry. because when I got to university chemistry, a lot of it just happened to be review because Deb worked so hard to have us prepared for university level chemistry. And I think because of her, like I did so well in university chemistry. And I was, okay with seeing, all sorts of grades that I'd get in university because, I'd see some of those in high school that, if something was really hard in high school chemistry for me, let's say I got like a 75, I'd do it again in university and I'd end up with like a 90. So like having that preparation was just like, now that I'm looking back on it, yes, it was hard in high school, but it made my life so much easier in university now. I would say the three big reasons someone should choose Metro Prep is the focus on academics, the focus on extracurriculars and, like things that aren't school based, and then the staff and just like the teachers are so unique and you will not find a better set of staff and educators. Like I really felt prepared for university, which I think is a lot of people's main goal when they're in high school. And they did such a good job of just like preparing you, like, okay, if this is what you're seeing in high school, here's how you're going to build on it in university. Here's what you can expect in university. And I know we had that in calculus. We actually used one of the university prep books in our calculus class. And I would say, what was the second thing I said? The extracurriculars, they're just like a great way to get to know students and just become more a part of that social life. Like I was saying, music club is incredible. They like everybody is such a talented musician at that school. And like DIY club was so much fun because you could actually like make something and hang out with your favorite teachers, and then you get to bring something home that you've made. Like I still have some of, some stuff that I made there, like origami and whatnot. And then just like the staff and the teachers, I feel like they're unparalleled, and like they're just so special, and they will sit with you and like teach you until you understand the concept, and they will try and find ways for you to understand what you're learning so that way you're just not memorizing it, that way you've actually learned it. I'd want them to know that yes, it might be a lot of hard work, but it is the most rewarding environment that you will find. Like there is not one school that has such an incredible focus on education and student well-being. Like it's they really care there. It's you won't find that anywhere else. Every teacher had their own like classroom setup that reflected their personality. So for example, Lena, the English teacher, she had like these really nice like posters of like Alice in Wonderland or like Catcher in the Rye, and she had this thing in the back of her classroom that she would change based on the seasons. So like in October or like in the fall, she'd have like these cute little pumpkins in the back of her classroom, and then in the spring she'd have like flowers. That was always super nice. And Joanna, the history teacher, she had like really nice like old looking tables, and the walls just had all these action figures, and it was very her. And that was just always so fun to see the teachers bringing their own life into their classroom. I'd say just be yourself, have fun, and just like don't worry too much about you know about like making this whole personality. Just be yourself, have fun, work hard, and just be nice. People will like you. It's just a very welcoming school. Nothing to worry about.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.